everyone, this is Nancy Damiano, garden girl at 2peasinabucket.com with another episode of Memory Keeping Mondays. Today I'm going to do a page, a then and now type of page about my son and what his likes and dislikes were at different ages. In particular, I'm going to use ages 2, 4, and 6. I have a spot for 3 photos and 3 journaling blocks. We're going to add some bright colors, buttons, and a lot of fun things. So I started out with the Line Twist collection from my mind's eye. I love the circles. Since we're going to be using buttons, it's going to go with my theme. Also the fact that it has numbers and we're dealing with ages. So, and the pretty colors. I like these bright colors. So we're going to use that. And this blueprint, a little bit of this cloud, also from the Lime Twist collection. This grid from Studio Calico. We're going to use this for our journaling block. I like how it matches this sort of gray brown putty color. And then for a little pop of red, this is from the Lily Bee collection. This is called Pumpkin, even though it looks more red to me, and it does match the red in Lime Twist. I will probably end up using these little Lily Bee stickers. I like the way they match, and I use them all the time. And these are also match nicely with the color scheme that I chose. And along with that, I also pulled this ruler sticker. I like that it depicts the months. I like the fact that it's a ruler, and since we're doing stages, I thought that went nicely. And then we're going to fill 3 nice little boxes with buttons. I just pulled the buttons in the same color as this Lime Twist paper. I got my colors right from here. This sticker, also from the Lime Twist collection from my mind's eye. We'll use some of these to dress the page up. And then I cut these squares out with the different ages, 2, 4, and 6 with the silhouette. You can probably do it with any die cutting machine that you have. If you don't have a die cutting machine, I would print the number really large and then just cut it out with an X-Acto knife. Okay, I'm going to start with that part of the page. Since that's our central decoration, go straight up and down in the middle of the page. And I'll show you how I did number 2. Okay. First I cut it out, then I cut another square out. I place this on top and I lightly trace the number 2 so we can fill it with buttons. Okay, so 2 things I'm going to do. One is I'm going to pop dot this up. So I'm going to place some pop dots in the corner. So what we're going to create is sort of a shaker box, shadow box type of effect. I'm going to use them all the way around because what I found is in my scrapbooks, anytime I use these pop dots, if I don't use a ton of them and all the way around the edges, what happens is when they get squished like this in the scrapbook, they start to bend anywhere where there isn't a pop dot. Okay. Now I'm just going to randomly choose colors. Like I said, these colors are right in the paper. We're not necessarily trying to make a 2 because when we put the top, which is right here on top, it will make the 2 stand out. What we're looking to do is just cover all the area where the 2 is. Okay, so don't worry about that I'm not making this into a perfect 2. So now it just looks like I have a covered mess with a bunch of pop dots. I know that my 2 is pretty much entirely covered by buttons, and then I can check to make sure when I place this on top, just like this. And then there we have our 2 in our shadow box. The only other thing that I wanted to add was, I thought I'd add some texture to it because this looks a little bit plain to me and I want it to stand out. So I am going to punch it with this notebook paper edge punch. This is EK Success. There. I won't punch the square underneath. I'll just punch that one. And now I will pick up my pop dots, glue that together, and we're good to go. I'm going to go finish number 4 and number 6, and then we'll get started on the rest of the page. Okay, we're ready to get started. I started on a 12 by 12 white piece of cardstock. I will usually do that when my page has lots of small pieces to it, like the shaker boxes. We're using 3 pictures and 3 little end caps. To keep me within a 12 by 12 canvas. I went ahead and glued this pattern paper down. We will probably end up just seeing 2 to 3 rows of the numbers, then everything else will get covered up. I'm going to start with 3 different patterns on the edge, and we're going to create an edge. And I'll show you what I mean. I took 3 strips of the different patterns and I rounded off the corners. And we're going to glue them along this side. And I'm going to start off with a red. And the blue. Now what I'm going to do is trim out this white, and it's going to give this side of the page an interesting little shape. See? There we go. Just by doing that, it almost looks like a okay. Next will be my photos. Next is our shaker boxes. I'll start with the 2. And I'm just going to measure out and make sure. Looks like some 12 by 12 papers are a smidge over 12 by 12, so we're going to need to trim this over as I put this down, but that's fine. I'll do that at the end so it can come out nice and even. I'm going to use glue dots on these because they're pretty heavy. And I don't want them to fall off my page later on. And then I have my journaling blocks. I'm just going to line them up. Make sure they fit the way I'd like them to. Oh, this is 4. Now these look a little bit plain to me. There's so much color going on over here. There's so much color in the color boxes, and then this looks plain to me. If you have a very clean and simple style, I would probably leave them alone. I add tons of stuff and color to my layouts, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to add, with these stickers from October Afternoon, 2, 4, and 6, just to repeat the theme of age. So I'll pick these. There's 2. And actually, I think I'm going to use something to keep my letters straight, and I have to make sure that I have enough space for the title. What I usually use is these clear plastic sheets. A lot of stickers, layered stickers come on these, even sometimes the buttons with adhesive back. I keep them, and what I do is I use them as a guide to place most of my letter stickers, and sometimes when I'm not sure how I want an embellishment cluster to look, I'll practice on this and then I'll put it on the layout and I can see how it's going to look without committing to sticking it down. So I will put 2 here on my clear plastic. Then I can place it over and see exactly where I need to put it in order for it to fit. Okay, so right about there. Okay, so we'll do 2, and then let me see, 4. And I finished each journaling block with the letter stickers, and I also trimmed the edge because it was a little tiny bit uneven. Next part, I'm going to use the ruler at the bottom. I like how this adds a wood color inside the sticker. It's still keeping with the color scheme. I like the fact that it'll break up the 2 parts of the layout as well. So I'm going to get this on as straight as possible. Okay, as you can see, it's a little bit long. I'll just trim that off. Okay, and here I think we just need one more little pop of decoration and it's pretty complete. There's enough going on. The next thing I'm going to do is make my own embellishment. I've noticed that in the releases from this CHA, I noticed a lot of embellishments on wooden sticks. So I'm going to go ahead and make my own. I'm going to use these stickers from the Lime Twist collection. I think I'm going to use this round cute circle. And what I did was added 2 little pop dots to the page where I want the sticker. I'm going to place the sticker on top. I'm just going to use an ordinary toothpick because you won't see this end. I'm going to hide it. What I'm going to do is roll it in a glue dot. Put it in the center of the 2 pop dots that I already had down. And there's my little embellishment on a stick, my homemade version of it. To keep the stick down, I'm going to use this label sticker from Yourography. Okay, that's it. The page is all completed. Just to give you an idea of what my story is about, on each of these journaling blocks, the topics are for each age: read, played, ate, watched, obsessed over, vacationed, and BFF. And it's amazing to see how each one of these subjects changed in just 2 short years of his life. If you don't have small children, or you don't have any children at all, I think it would be interesting to do this for a marriage as well, as I would probably do dating, newlyweds, married 15 years, and it'd be funny to see how those subjects would change. In older children, if you have teenagers, I think there's probably a very big difference between 12, 14, and 16. Teenagers change their minds so quickly, so I think it would be nice to document. Hopefully this will help you tell your story, and thank you for joining me on this episode of Memory Keeping Monday, and I'll see you next time.